Good morning. In case you didn't know this, my name is Charleston Ignatius Parker III. Yeah, what a name. But my friends call me Chip, and I want you today to call me Chip. And I'd like to welcome you to our Christmas program called Born to Die. Now, I know that at this time of the year that all of us in this room have fond memories of Christmas. Just comes flooding to us of Christmases long ago. But this season means more to me than you can imagine. On Christmas Eve some years ago, one of the greatest events of my life took place. In fact, I can remember talking to my dad the night of the Christmas Eve program.
Dad, can I have some money? Have to get all my Christmas shopping done this afternoon.
How much money do you need anyway?
Let's see. I need quite a bit. I've got a long list.
Let me see that list. Here.
Sure, Dad. You'd be proud of me.
Holy what in the world? Who's Napoleon?
You know, Dad. That's Joey's dog.
His dog? A rhinestone? Boy, you know how much a rhinestone collar costs? You're going to have to cut this thing way down. This is not going to work. Besides, you don't even have your best friend's name on here. I don't see it.
No, I haven't, Dad. There's Joey's name right there.
No, I'm not talking about Joe. I'm talking about the one who loved you so much he's willing to die for you. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Dad. Nobody buys presents for Jesus. By the way, I'm not going to be able to go to the Christmas Eve program tonight.
Say what? Why not?
I've just got too much business to take care of.
Business? What kind of business you got to take care of?
Well, Joey's big sister wants to take Joey and me downtown to see Santa Claus tonight. He's giving out candy canes for free.
Chip, we always go to the Christmas Eve service as a family.
And I think you better plan on going tonight. Besides, I think you got a part in this play anyway.
Not really, Dad. I just stand by the manger with all the other angels. And besides, they don't need me. And I just got too much business to take care of.
Well, it was a long ride to the church that night, quiet. In fact, I didn't speak a word until I got into the dressing room and Mom got a little careless with a pen, put on my angel costume.
Oh, Mom, that hurt.
Well, I was beginning to think angels couldn't talk.
Very funny. Mom, do I have to do this?
Chip, it's too late to back out now.
Well, Joey doesn't have to be in a program tonight, and nobody's really going to believe I'm an angel anyways. Mom, these wings don't fit.
Chip, it does not matter if one wing's just a little bit lower than the other. Besides, all eyes will be on Jesus because he's the one who was born to die for us. Hurry, it's time to go. Charleston Ignatius Parker III, leave your halo alone. Please just act like an angel for 15 minutes. Then you can go back to being yourself again. Happy birthday, Jesus. I'm so glad it's Christmas. All the tinsels and lights and the presents are nice, but the real gift is you. Happy
When those choir songs were done that night, I guarantee you here was one little angel that had his eyes full of tears. And that night when we got back into the car and sat down,
What is it, son?
Tonight, when I was standing by the manger, I felt like Jesus was a real person. Do you think he was born to die for me?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, Jesus died so you could be born into God's family.
Really?
Yes, son, and not only does he want you to be born again, he wants you to die also.
He wants me to die?
Paul the Apostle said he died every day.
How did he do that?
He's not talking about a physical death, okay? He's talking about he gives up everything that he wanted to do and does what God wanted him to do instead. That's what he was talking about.
Chip, wouldn't you like that to be your testimony?
I suppose so, Mom. Well, let me think about it a while. I've got an awful lot of business of my own, you know.
Well, when I became a teenager some years later, I wasn't as close to Mom and Dad as I used to be. Because you know how that goes. They were telling me what to do, when to do it, talked about Jesus all the time. And so when I became 16, my best friend Joey ran away from home. And about 6 months later, he started writing me.
Dear Chip, boy, am I ever glad to be away from home. I feel free for the first time. I'm making lots of money and spend it the way I want to. And you see my big, beautiful house. You wouldn't believe it. I sure do feel sorry for you, Chip. Well, gotta go now. I've got a date to an all-night party. This is really living. If you ever want to find out what life's all about, come see me. That's if Mommy will let you. Your old buddy, Joey.
Dear Joey, you sure are lucky. You're only 16 and you're running your own life. Mom and Dad are bothering me more and more all the time. I can't take it much longer. They always want to know who I'm with, where I'm going, and when I'll be home. And they won't stop nagging me about getting saved. It seems as though the older I get, the more determined they are to make life miserable for me. Tomorrow night is Christmas Eve, and I'm sure Mom and Dad are expecting me to go with them. Not this year. I'm going to be like you, Joey. I'm going to have some fun for a change. Your friend, Chip.
Charles, where could Chip be? He missed supper, he missed the Christmas Eve service, and it's way past midnight. Can't we do something?
Look, all we can really do right now is just pray about it. I promise you God will take care of the boy. I promise you.
But we've been praying half the night. What if he's been in an accident? What if he's been hurt and he might need us, Charles?
All right, look, I'll call the police, okay? Let me just call them and
Charles,
maybe they can help.
wait.
What?
A car just pulled up out front. Oh, thank the Lord he's safe. Chip, we've been so worried about you. Are you all right?
Of course I'm alright, Mom. Don't be silly.
Boy, where have you been?
Dad, all my friends go where they want, do what they want, and stay out as long as they want. Why do you treat me like a child? Don't you trust me?
Trust you? I'm trying to. I mean, what do you think we've been doing, spending up half the night or all night long praying for it? I mean, don't you understand that?
No, I don't understand. Why can't you just stay out of my business?
Chip, where are you going?
Boy, you better get back over here.
Well, I had to get out of there and let off some steam. I was hot. So I walked around all night long around town, avoiding any car that looked like Mom or Dad's. And the next day, I went to a friend's house, spent all day Christmas Day, and the day after that, I was the first one that marched myself down to the bank and withdrew all of my college savings, which I knew that my parents didn't want me to do, but I didn't care. I was headed to the train station. I'll never forget the thrill of that ride as long as I live. I mean, I sat there and I counted and recounted all of that money. I looked out the window at the landscape and I dreamed of my future. No more rules. No more regulations. No more Mom and Dad poking at me saying this is what you got to do and get born again. For the first time in my life, I was really going to live. Well, later on that night, I finally found the address that Joey had sent me. He said he lived in a big, beautiful house, and he was not kidding. This thing was palatial. It was beautiful. Big, white pillars. I was impressed.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Chip Parker. You must be Joey's maid.
I beg your pardon, young man.
Oh, I guess I've made a mistake. Doesn't Joey live here?
Joey?
Yes, Joey Miller. He's about my height and he has dark hair.
Oh, that Joey. He's out in the garage.
Is he working on his car?
His car, that little beggar couldn't afford a bicycle, much less a car. If it wasn't for my kind-hearted husband, Marcus, he wouldn't be sleeping in our garage. Are you a friend of his?
Sort of.
Well, I guess you can go back and see him.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
But don't even think about taking up residence.
Joey, are you in there?
Chip, where'd you come from?
Turn your flashlight off. I can't see a thing. There, that's better. Is this what you meant by a big, beautiful house?
It's better than nothing. Besides, I ain't never expecting one to pay me a visit. What are you doing here?
Oh, I thought I'd try living on my own for a while, just to see how I like it. But I was hoping you could put me up for the night.
I'm sorry, Chip. I'm tired. There's just not enough room.
Do you know of a nice motel near?
Motel? Sure, but it costs more than you can pay.
Don't worry about that. I've got enough money to take care of it.
You do? Well, wait a minute. Let me unzip my sleeping bag and spread out on the floor. It might be big enough for both of us. We'll just have to sleep with the coat on and stay warm.
Is there anywhere I could wash up a little?
Sure. I used to hose outside the garage door.
You do? Well, I guess I can too. You have anything to dry off with?
Just grab yourself a couple of paper towels off the work bed.
Joey's carefree lifestyle that he wrote me about wasn't as glamorous as he said by any means. In fact, Joey's big money-making job that he told me he had was bagging groceries down at a small grocery store. So guess what? I had to pay for the apartment. I rented this apartment though, and on New Year's Eve, we threw a party. Woo-hoo! What a party! I mean, throughout the night and the next night and the next night, and we just were having such a good time. I was no longer under Mom and Dad's regulations and having a ball. You know, come to think of it, I didn't think much about Mom and Dad at all during that time, and I guess they didn't think much of me either.
Oh, I'm sure glad you're home, dear. It's been awfully long since you've been away on these trips. Did you find anything this time?
No, I've driven. I took another section of the country, drove through. I have talked to everyone. I've emailed them. I've Facebooked them. I've tweeted them. I Instagrammed them. You name it. I've tried it all. All the family, all friends. No one's heard or seen from me. And then I even got in touch with his old friend. You remember Joey Miller?
Sure, he used to come over all the time.
Well, when we was making the loop, looking, I finally run into him. He's working in a little old grocery store several miles out. And he said he hadn't seen or heard from him either. You know, I don't know what else to do at this point, so just keep praying about it, because there's nothing else we can do. And while I'm thinking about it, did you finally get to go to the doctor today?
No, I've been feeling better these past few days. It was probably just a little virus or something.
Well, I want to tell you, we partied all the way through the summer months, night after night, into the fall. About November, though, I looked at the billfold and found out that there was as much money in there as there was. And so I decided I'm going to have to scale down a little bit, get a smaller apartment. And I discovered something very strange. When your money starts running out, so do your friends. So things got worse to worse to worse, till finally I knew I had to do something. But it wasn't until Christmas, a few days before Christmas, I found the courage to do it.
Joey, I know it's Christmas time, and believe me, this is not what I want to do, but we're going to have to split up.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm running out of money. Look, here's all I have left.
Looks like quite a bit to me.
It may look that way, but that will take care of about 2 more months' food and rent. Then we're going to be out on the streets begging. Now look, we have a week until the end of the month, and then Joey, I'm afraid you're going to be on your own. I'll help you try to find a job.
Thanks a lot, Chip.
I'm sorry, Joey, but I don't have any choice. Now let's get some sleep.
Chip, you still awake?
Yeah, I can't sleep either.
Since we're not going to be together much longer, there's a question I've been waiting to ask you for a long time.
What's that, Joey?
Why did you leave home?
I guess because of my parents.
Look, Chip, when I was growing up, I remember over and over again that I had parents like yours. I mean, they took care of you, and they took an interest in you and your friends. I mean, I remember when I was over at your house, your parents asked you where we were going and when we'll be back. I wish my parents would have let me know just to do that one thing. Chip, what exactly about your parents that made you leave?
Look, Joey, I'd rather not talk about it. Let's get some sleep.
You see, I couldn't answer the question that night because when he asked me why I left home, about my parents, it kind of began to get clearer to me that maybe the reason my parents put those regulations on me was not because of restrictions, but they were cords of love that drew me to them and to God. Well, I didn't get much sleep that night, and neither did Joey. I heard him stirring around. But in the morning, I got up early, took a shower, and ate some breakfast.
Hey, Joey, come on. It's time to get up. I found some good job offers in the paper yesterday. I have them right here in my wallet. Where's my money? Where's my money? Joey, where's my money? Joey! Joey!
You see, Joey was gone. I mean, he left. He didn't just leave. He took my money with him. And that's the last time I ever saw my best friend again. Well, I went out just looking and skirting the town. And finally, I started heading back to the apartment. And everybody that I met seemed to have the Christmas spirit but me. And I passed this house with a big plate glass window, and there was a mom dressing her child in an angel costume. And memories began to come flooding back into my mind. And at that moment, I wanted to be home with Mom and Dad more than anything in this world. But I had no money, no family, no friends, no God.
Lord, I don't know if you can hear me, but I need help. I don't have any money or even anything of value. I do have this watch, the one Grandfather gave me before he died. It's the last thing I want to give up. Besides, not even a pawn shop is open this time of night. It would take a miracle to get home. I remember hearing in Sunday school that a miracle is something that God did that couldn't be explained. Well, here goes something that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you standing there. What can I do for you?
I was just wondering, do you ever send anything collect?
Sure, do it all the time. What can I do? What do you want to send?
Me.
You?
Yes, sir.
Well, now, I ain't ever sent nobody collect before, but if you can meet your requirements, let's see here. Must be securely wrapped using only plastic packaging tape. Must be labeled in 2 places. May not exceed 85 pounds or be larger than 30 by 40 inches. And, young man, I'm afraid you don't fit those requirements.
But, sir,
boy, go on with yourself now. I've got no time for this foolish talk. I've got work to do.
But, sir, I do have this watch.
What do you think this is, a pawn shop? Wait, let me see that. Where'd you get this?
From my grandfather.
Your grandfather. He must have got it from his grandfather too. It's an oldie. Worth a lot of money.
Enough to get me a ticket?
Worth a lot to some people. Collector maybe.
You a collector?
Nope, but my wife sure is, and she'd love me if I just came home with this find.
And it's Christmas.
Yes, young fella, it is. Doesn't make any sense at all, but...
Yes, sir, I know.
And my boss is gonna think I'm plumb crazy out of my mind when he sees this big fat IOU in the drawer.
Yes, sir, he is.
Well, I still don't know why. Here you go. Here's your ticket. Your bus leaves from right over there. You'll have, and it leaves in 10 minutes now. You'll have a couple of big layovers at this time of night.
Yes, sir, and thanks.
Yes, sir. Well, this must be some important trip to you, young man. What's the occasion?
Mister, I'm going home.
The reaping in the paths I have sown, I have found here weeping in my wandering along, far away. I have wandered, nevermore shall I roam. Oh, my soul is worn and weary, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Oh, my soul is tired and weary, I'm going home.
I was so excited. I mean, I ran all the way down the street after I got off the station and knocked on the door of the house, knocked on the door of the house, knocked on the door of the house, and nobody came. And I realized it's Christmas Eve. They're at the Christmas Eve party program at the church. And so I ran down to the church and I walked in the back door and sat down on the back seat to listen to the pastor speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, for my closing comments tonight on this sermon, I just want to say, just as Jesus was born to die, we are commanded, we are given instruction to obey His commandment to be like Him. It says in Romans 6:11, likewise reckon yourselves to be indeed dead to sin, but alive to God through Jesus our Christ, Jesus Christ our Lord. Indeed dead to sin and alive to Christ. Folks, this Christmas season, don't never look at the manger without beholding the shadow of the cross. Good night and God bless.
Dad?
Chip? Good gracious. Man, we've been worried to death about you. Where you been?
You were? I didn't think you and Mom would ever want to see me again. Where's Mom? I didn't see her in the choir.
Oh, she's not here, son. She's not here.
Where is she, Dad? I've got to see her and let her know I'm all right.
Look, she knows. Trust me, she knows. Matter of fact, look, take this. This is something she wanted me to give to you. Somehow, your mom knew you was going to be here for Christmas. I don't know how. She just knew. But she wanted me to give that to you as soon as I saw you.
Dearest Chip, welcome home, son. A moment has not gone by since you left that my heart hasn't cried out to God, asking Him to bring you home. Home to me and home to God. 3 months after you left, we found out that I didn't have long to live. I pleaded with God to let me live long enough to see your face just one more time. Honey, when you were just 1 day old, your father and I held you in our arms and prayed that you would be saved and serve the Lord with your life. Oh, Chip, I pray that you will ask Jesus to save you and take control of your life. All my love, Mother.
She's dead, isn't she, Dad?
Yes, son, she is. You know she's been sick for a while. And late last night, she woke up, she said she could hear the angels singing. She was just gone. But if you want to give your mom the best Christmas present that she's ever had, then you'll accept the gift that God gave us of salvation.
Father, I messed up. I walked away from my mom and dad, and I walked away from you. God, can you please tell my mom that I'm sorry for leaving and that I love her? Jesus, can you forgive me for what I have done? I need you so much. I need you to come into my life and my heart. I can't do this without you anymore. Jesus, I see now that you came and was born to die for us. Thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
You see, in that night, in that service, I felt something that I felt when I was a 10-year-old boy. That when I held that little baby in my hands, and I thought, this is not just a baby, this is a real person. And that night that I prayed that prayer, I felt a real person come in and change my heart. You see, now why Christmas means so much to me is because not only on Christmas was Jesus born, but I was born to die.
Lady, I believe your son is the promised king of his people. What is his name?
His name is Jesus.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on water? Mary, did you know your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? And this child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to the blind man? Mary, did you know your baby boy will calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you have kissed the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? Mary, did you The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb, the praises of the Lamb, Mary, did you know your baby boy is Lord of all creation. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect Lamb? This sleeping child you're holding is the great I
I once read of a woman traveling down an interstate going home, and she saw a big truck behind her that kept pressing her closer and closer on the interstate. She would speed up, it would speed up. She would slow down, it would slow down. She felt like there may be a problem of some stalking, so she takes the exit even early from her normal exit. The truck exits. She tries to go as fast as she can through the stop sign. The truck runs the stop sign. She pulls into town, runs a red light. The truck runs the red light. She's scared to death. She doesn't know what to do, but she whips into a gas station and jumps out of the car and begins to scream for help. And when she does, the truck comes right behind her, pulls in, and the man jumps out of the truck and runs toward her. And when he gets almost to her, he yanks the back door open and pulls out a would-be rapist that he had seen from the elevation of his truck down in, that this woman had somebody in her back seat uninvited. You see, the entire time that she was running from him, she was running from somebody that wanted to help. And that's Chip, wasn't it? Chip running from the very ones that wanted to help him. And how many of us in this room could say for years, I know I did it, ran from God's voice, kind people that would talk to me about Jesus, I didn't want to hear it. Had my own agenda, my own life, things that I terribly regret. But I wonder in this building right now, there's some of you, you're not home in the sense that you've not come back to the Lord. And there may be all kinds of reasons. Chip had his, you may have yours, different ones, but none of them matter, do they? Are you home in your heart? If you're not, can I tell you, it's a very sad place. I meet a lot of people at Christmas time that are very sad people. And the reason is because the real reason for the season is Christ being born to die and your heart to live. So I want you to bow your head with me just for a moment, please. And this is a very serious moment. If just one person in this building makes things right with the Lord, you may be as saved as anyone, but you're not home. You just are not home. I want to tell you, there's a voice in all of what we've done right up here, just a simple production. It's just at this time of the year, Jesus is saying, won't you come home? Won't you come home? There are three gentlemen that